So pressure is mounting for ANC Secretary General Magashule to step aside. Magashule's former ally, Magashule, wants him to account for all the allegations that he is facing. Magashule, of course, is back in the dock tomorrow morning. He faces multiple charges of corruption, fraud and money laundering involving the multi-million rand Free State asbestos project. ETV News and Sports Reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones is in Bloemfontein ahead of Magashule's court appearance on Friday morning. Pule, thank you very much for joining us. So, Dukwana talking about the anti-corruption fight, levelling quite a few allegations at Magashule. What did Dukwana have to say?
Well, good evening, Sally, and definitely this is the very same group of ANC members that marched to Luthuli House last year. Definitely also marching again before the court proceedings that took place last year. But this time around, they're saying ahead of the court case on Friday morning that the ANC's NEC should put its money where its mouth is and start implementing some of those NEC adopted guidelines in terms of having members who are criminally charged or implicated in corruption to step aside. They're saying that this would be a correct step in terms of highlighting some of the rampant corruption that has plagued the province since 2009. And they're of the view that by so doing, if the SG has to step aside, he will be leading by example. And just earlier, they held a briefing in terms of highlighting some of the objectives. Of course, we are aware that they will not be protesting outside ahead of the court proceeding on Friday morning, but they're saying that they're in solidarity with some of the public members to actually ensure that whoever is within a public or state office in this province should actually be leading by example. Let's just take a listen to what Magashule had to say earlier on.
This is a campaign against corruption, and this is why the orange mask is actually symbolic for praising. That they must go and wear orange overalls and serve the term, those who are found guilty.
And he's also calling on the ANC NEC to actually just suspend him if he continues not to step aside.
Well, definitely, they've called this a fight back that has been taking place for quite some time. They are of the view that, yes, indeed, it is challenging. But however, what they're quite concerned about is some of the, of course, victims who were affected by the asbestos corruption and fraud scandal. They're saying that they have been in touch with them, and they are clearly saying that they will be in solidarity with them. And they've also welcomed the judiciary system coming into play to not only have the SG of the ANC accountable, but also Ms. Oli, who is also a PEC member within the Free State, to say some of those who were implicated in the saga should actually be held to account. He also spoke about what he will be expecting public members to do tomorrow ahead of the court proceedings that will be taking place, where the ANC Secretary General is expected to appear on those criminal charges.
Let's take a listen. I think we have a clip of that.
It's not for ACE. This is not meant for ACE. It is actually meant for the integrity, the image of the ANC. So the ANC must not only look into giving him a space to pull down the integrity of the ANC. The man must just step down or step aside, and he must demonstrate that he is what he has been claiming to be, a disciplined member of the ANC and who understands the ANC and what the ANC calls for. Now that the NEC has taken a decision and adopted the guidelines, the man must just do an honorable thing and step aside. Otherwise, the NEC must do what it's supposed to do and suspend him in terms of the guidelines.
Well, thank you very much for that report. That is ETV News reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones in Bloemfontein. And of course, tomorrow, Magashule will be appearing in court there.